If you're reading this right now, somewhere close to you, someone is carrying a feeling they don't know how to put down. Not because they're weak, because it's too heavy to say out loud. There's a man, or maybe a woman, who thinks about you more than they'd ever admit. Not in some dramatic movie kind of way. In the small moments, waiting for a reply, replaying a laugh, wondering if you noticed them the way they noticed you. This isn't a coincidence. Something pulled you to read this today. Some people fall in love, loud texting first, showing up, saying it plainly. This isn't that. This is the kind that hides behind normal conversations, the kind that smiles through small talk while something bigger sits underneath. If your chest feels a little lighter, reading this, maybe it's because somewhere someone is thinking of you without needing you to know. You didn't just show up in their life by chance. You became something they didn't plan for, and now they can't imagine going back to before you. They stay quiet, not because they don't care, because caring this much scares them. So here's what's really going on inside someone who loves you and hasn't said it yet. One, the love that never gets loud. This is love that doesn't announce itself. No grand gestures, no rehearsed lines. It just sits there, quiet, heavy, real. They probably don't say your name much around other people, not because it doesn't matter, but because it matters too much to throw around casually. They remember things. You forgot. You even said, the way you paused before answering something hard, the face you make when you're trying not to laugh. None of it seemed important to you. All of it stuck with them. When you're not around, the room feels different, emptier somehow. And when you are around, it's like everyone else fades into background noise. They don't say it, because saying it feels like a risk. What if it changes everything? What if it ruins what you already have? So they keep loving you in silence, and it costs them more than you'll ever know. 2. The love that confuses them. This one doesn't feel peaceful. It feels like a question they can't answer. Why does one person's silence hurt more than everyone else's attention? Why can't they just move on? The way they've moved on from other people, they stay busy. They keep their calendar full, answer messages, act like everything's fine. But underneath, nothing's fine. Ignoring a feeling doesn't kill it. It just makes it grow roots. You change something in them and they didn't ask for it. Their heart wants to go one way. Their head keeps pulling them back. That tug of war is exhausting, and most days they don't know which side is winning. 3. Close, even from far away. Distance was supposed to make this easier. It didn't. If anything, being apart from you made the feeling louder, not quieter. They can be in a room full of people, phone buzzing, conversation happening, and still feel alone, because the one person their mind keeps circling back to isn't there. You show up in the quiet parts of their day, in traffic, before they fall asleep. In the pause between songs, they imagine what you'd say about things, how you'd react if they finally told you the truth. You've become the person they measure their good days and bad days against, even when you have no idea it's happening. 4. Loving without knowing where it's going. This might be the hardest part. They don't know if you feel anything close to what they feel. They don't know if the timing is right or if it'll ever be right. So they wait and waiting like this is its own kind of pain. If they speak up, they might lose the version of you they already have. If they stay quiet, they keep suffering in private. Every unsent message weighs on them. Every normal conversation with you feels like it's hiding something bigger underneath. Late at night, they run through every version of what if. What if I told them? What if they don't feel the same? None of the answers bring peace, but they keep loving you anyway because stopping never felt like an option. 5. Pulling back just to breathe. Sometimes they go quiet out of nowhere, stop texting as much, seem distant. It's easy to read that as them losing interest. It's usually the opposite. Loving, you got heavy, and they needed space to carry it without falling apart. Their heart wants to get closer. Their instinct tells them to be careful, so they step back, not to hurt you, but to protect themselves from getting hurt first. If they've seemed inconsistent, it's rarely about caring less. It's about caring more than they know how to handle. 6. You've become their safe place. Whether you realize it or not, you're the person their mind goes to when things get hard. Something good happens, and your name is the first thought. Something falls apart, and they still think of you before anyone else. Around you, they don't feel like they have to perform. No mask, no filter, just themselves. That kind of comfort is rare, and it doesn't happen with just anyone. Even on the days they don't reach out, you're still the place their mind rests when everything else feels loud. 7, you weren't just a passing person. To them, you're not someone who simply crossed their path. You're a turning point. Meeting you made them look at themselves differently. Softened parts of them that had gone numb. Woke up feelings they thought were long gone. Whether or not anything ever happens between you two, they believe you were meant to leave a mark, and you already have. 8, a feeling they can't quite name. They've tried to put a label on this. Attraction doesn't quite cover it. Longing feels too small. It's somewhere between the two, quiet, steady, impossible to fully explain. It doesn't follow logic or timing. It just exists. And the one thing they know for certain is this: you matter to them in a way that's hard to compare to anyone else. 9, loving you without asking for anything back. In their quietest moments, they're not wishing for you to be theirs. They're hoping you're safe, happy, doing okay. When you smile, even in a photo, even from far away, it does something to them they can't explain. They'd rather see you happy without them than know they made you unhappy by being around. That's the kind of love. This is selfless and quietly painful every single day. 10, something is about to shift. Feelings like this don't stay buried forever. Somewhere a decision is forming. Maybe they'll finally say what they've been holding back. Maybe they'll walk away to protect their own heart. Or maybe life will step in and change things before either of you gets the chance to choose. Whatever happens next, this was never nothing. It was real. It was felt, and it mattered. So if you're still here watching this, maybe it's not by accident. Maybe someone you know is carrying exactly this quiet, heavy, unspoken. Drop a comment below if you think someone out there loves you. Silently tell me. Sometimes just saying it out loud is enough to change something. And if you're the reason someone's heart beats a little differently, you deserve to know that too. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more.